Hello everybody, Raven Knight here. Today's update video is an important one, but a short one. So I ask that you all bear with me and watch to the very end. There's a lot I want to say, very little time to say it, so let's get right into the good stuff. A couple things have happened the last few days. First of all, Tropical Storm Nicole is blowing into Florida. My Florida fans, my prayers go out to you. I hope that y'all can weather this one. But as for us here on the coast of South Carolina, it has caused the schools to be shut down because it's just a little too windy for buses to risk crossing bridges over to islands like Hilton Head Island. So because of that, all schools have been closed for the day. Now, the good news behind that is it means that Lark and I have more time to work on videos and have a lot more fun on the channel. So look forward to the next Lark Lamentation on the Covenant coming up very soon. He's very excited to show that to you. He's been getting very much into Halo and talking a whole lot about it. It's going to be really cool for you folks out there who like Halo and are curious about how we feel about the Covenant. It's a good video. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to talk about is whenever I do an Executions Graded video, there's always a little bit of pushback. And recently there was a big one. Got into an argument in the comments section with someone who will remain nameless. But he was arguing with me about the efficiency scoring, basically saying that I should not count off for efficiency if the character throws his weapon because it was common for ancient warriors to throw their primary weapons at the enemy. This is not true. I have found no evidence to suggest that this was a common practice. If it was done, it was usually done out of desperation or because the context called for it. I don't see any evidence to suggest that it was modern or common or, normal for a group of warriors to just chuck their weapons at the enemy. And even if it was, the context within the way I grade executions has nothing to do with what is common for that scenario. It has everything to do with how it is executed in that situation. When Berserker threw their axes at the enemy, he disarmed himself, so I took off efficiency points. Why? Because battlefield efficiency, the way I grade it, has to do with, is this a practical and smart approach to the execution? Will it leave you exposed to a counterattack from someone else on the battlefield? Will it get the kill quick enough that you can move on and get back to the fight? Is it something that will disarm you so that you could potentially be killed by someone else? These are all important factors when it comes to grading efficiency, not necessarily lethality or realism. So that's why I grade for efficiency. So people out there who say that I shouldn't grade for efficiency, I'm sorry, I disagree, and I'm going to keep grading it the way I have been. If you don't like that, you are welcome to make your own graded series and grade it the way you want to, but I do this way so that I can keep myself honest and keep it consistent. And as for throwing your weapon, I'm still going to grade it harshly for efficiency if you throw your weapon and disarm yourself. That is foolish. Now, with that said, I don't hold any ill will to the person who made the comment initially, and I don't hold any ill will to anybody who disagrees with the way I grade things. Just know that this is the way I grade things. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the real meat of today's topic. Guys, I love doing this YouTube channel. It's something that I absolutely adore doing. It's something that I spend a lot of free time on. I love making these videos because largely I think that this is a real outlet for me. It covers everything that I love. It allows me to teach without being in a classroom full of uninterested pissants. I don't have to worry about discipline issues. All I have to do is share things that I love with you guys, have a wonderful audience that responds to it. I get to talk writing, I get to talk history, I get to talk gaming. This is what I love to do, and I'm blessed because not only am I able to do this, but I have a large audience that is happy to hear what I have to say, and I make a little bit of money doing it. It's something that I don't think I could get from anything else, and so this truly is a blessing for me to do. But there is a problem, and I do want to bring it to y'all's attention. I've told y'all before that I'm not one to beg, and I don't want to start now, but I will say that right now I am in a financially precarious situation. I'm not in critical zone yet necessarily, but I'm not far. I'm teetering on the edge of that. Right now my financial situation is strained, and frankly, I don't think that YouTube is making enough money to help get me out of it. I like the money I make off of YouTube, but the reality is that if things don't change soon, YouTube is going to become too much of a burden for me to keep doing. Not that I don't still enjoy doing it. Like I said, I love it, but I will have to give up some things if something doesn't change soon. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm changing some of my financial habits. I'm cutting back on spending some stuff. I'm doing everything I can here, picking up more shifts, trying to work more hours. I'm doing what I can to try to fix the problem on my end. But if something doesn't change, if things don't start to turn themselves around soon, I am afraid that my YouTube channel is going to take a hit. I don't want to say that it'll go away completely, but that isn't off the table either. And I know y'all don't want that. I don't want that. That's the last thing I want to do, but it is the reality we face. So what I'm coming to you guys with is this. Again, not begging, but anything that you could do to help me out will be very much appreciated. And there are things you can do. For one thing, if you watch one of my videos and an ad comes up, watch the full ad. I make ad revenue off of that, so that would very much help me out. If we're doing a live stream, and I do a live stream every Friday night for Honor Friday, feel free to give a super chat. Just a small bit of donation, and since Lark usually moderates those, he'll notice it, he'll let me know, I'll thank you for it, and if it's a question or a comment, I'll read it out and respond to it for sure. I want to do that for you guys. And then there's the Teespring store. I'm very sad to say that the Teespring store hasn't been getting back the residuals that I thought it would. In fact, the Halloween stuff that Hannah made really didn't sell all that much, which makes me very sad. I think it only sold 1 or 2 units total, and I'm very disappointed about that. I know she is too. But there's still more stuff there. Definitely take a look, see if there's something in the Teespring store that you'd like, and if there's some kind of request, maybe a kind of merchandise you'd like to see more of, let me know. We can definitely try to make it. Hannah, Jay, and I are always thinking of new ideas, so is Lark. But definitely check out the Teespring store. That'd be a way to help. And then, of course, you could always become a patron over at Patreon. I do have a Patreon account. All the links to everything I've mentioned, from Teespring to Patreon, will be in the description, guys. If you want to become a patron and donate, even if it's just $1 a month, that would be very, very helpful. I mean, it would mean the world to me. It would help me continue to make videos for the channel, and that's something that I really want to keep doing. Guys, I don't say any of this to guilt you. I don't say any of this to make y'all feel obligated to give me money. I don't say any of this because I necessarily need anything from you guys. But I love this channel. I know a lot of you guys love this channel. I want to keep it going as long as possible, and I want to keep making quality content at a regular basis that you guys have enjoyed. To do that, I may need a little bit of help. I'm going to do what I can on my end, and if you could consider possibly helping out on your end, that would mean the world to me. No obligation meant. Just something that I wanted y'all to consider and wanted y'all to be aware of. But that's all I really have to say today. I'm sorry if this came off a little weird to you guys, but I just wanted to put this out there for you. Do what you want with the information. That's all for this update video. Until next time, guys, I will see you in my next video. Take care.